Hola. Hi, you guys. How is everybody doing? I'm sorry I haven't been posting. I have another job. Life is lifing. Took an amazing hike yesterday. So, welcome back. Welcome in. Thank you guys so much for engaging with my channel. Just have to say that really quick. I'm so grateful for the super thanks, for the comments, the likes, the subscribing, the hypes. I love you guys. So I do have a channeled message. Now, I got this message a few days ago and I wrote it down because I knew I wasn't going to be able to come in and do a reading for you guys for a couple days. So just try to hang in there with me. This is for somebody in the collective who used to be religious, or you were raised very religious. You were raised in the church. And what's happening right now is you're moving into a new energy. Okay, so you're stepping into a new energy. Your gifts, it's like your gifts are being activated and you are receiving more gifts. So I feel you've already had gifts that have been activated, but there's more now coming online. So for those of you that were raised very religious, your things have been a little bit tricky because there have been people side-eyeing you. And I believe these are people that are close to you for the way you believe now. I think you've moved away from religion and more spirituality. So you have been following the call of your soul and what has been bringing you closer to God, spirit, universe. But and your beliefs are your beliefs. And I think what's happening is there is witch wounding. And I know that word witch, it triggers me as well because people use it negatively and it's derogatory. And so many of us that are here in the collective right now, we're here for a very specific reason. And this is why you're stepping away from that controlling, where you have to go to a pastor or a priest to hear the word. Now you're just hearing it because you are that connected to God. You don't need a middleman. We don't ever need a middleman, but this is how we're raised. This is how we're taught that you have to have that middleman to get to God. No, you're understanding now how it's working. And I think because many of you have been here before, you've used your gifts on this planet before to help others. Your gifts are being activated once again. So I think many of you are kind of fearful to step into that power once and for all. You're being judged and you feel it. That's that side eye, right? People are judging you. Well, why are you doing this now? Why aren't you going to church like you used to? Why are you listening to new age shit? And why are you buying crystals and whatever it is? Okay, there are people that are looking down on you right now because things are changing within you. So the witch wounding, it's making you don't like that word. Some of you just don't like that word. And it's just because some of you, I was told some of you were burned at the stake. You were here during those times where witches were being burned alive. And maybe that there's that deep-seated fear because of that. So I'm also being told by Spirit, you've cried a lot. And your tears have healed you. And I actually read something the other day. There is scientific, 100% scientific proof that your tears, now let's say you're just sitting here and you sneeze and you get tears. I don't mean those tears. I mean the wailing, the grief, the sobbing. That heals you when you allow yourself to let your tears come out, when you allow yourself to feel those emotions. So you have been allowing yourself to cry more and more. And because you've discovered that the more you cry, the better you feel. I also heard from Spirit that you get messages in the wind. So maybe you love to take walks. Maybe you love to be outside. And when you've been learning how to quiet your mind more and you're receiving messages with the wind. That's for somebody. Spirit also wanted me to touch on this here. A lot of people start listening to YouTube, different readers, different people that come through with messages, different channelers, because when you're in your dark night of the soul, you start searching. You start searching for answers. You know, you're starting to ask God, like, what the fuck just happened to me? Someone, like, please tell me. So you start looking for information, you know, because your whole life just fell apart. So you're in this energy right now where you're tired of being side-eyed because of how you choose to communicate with God and the universe and your angels. And you have people judging you because you're not following the doctrine that you were raised in. So Spirit wanted me to kind of give you guys a little bit of my story because I resonate with that as well. I was raised Catholic, went to Catholic school, had Catholic nuns, had priests. They still could whoop the kids, and they did. I was petrified of the nuns at school. They told us, I remember 5th grade, the nun told me, if you sin, you will burn in hell. And I had night terrors the next 5 years of my life. You know, you have to go to confession when you're in 3rd grade. What the hell do we do when we're at that age where we have to confess our sins? I mean, the Catholic religion, I was scared to death of God. And I had always been very fascinated with the indigenous, the native, you know, I mean, but I was raised by a white mother, so I wasn't raised in that culture, but I was always fascinated with it. Bought my first tarot deck when I was like 12 years old. Never used it though, because I was raised where that was evil and that God was against that. And I stopped listening to all the naysayers and the people judging me. And I started to do this. And I still have people judging me. I have a lady, I went and she's wonderful. She did my hair and she's very awake and we talk. I love her. But she even side-eyes me because I do tarot cards. That's okay. If you want to judge the relationship that I've built with my God, and because I decide to use colorful, beautiful cards to confirm the messages that I'm receiving, then that's on those people, right? Don't allow any more people to judge the relationship that you've been building. Those people, if they want to judge, that's on them, okay? So Spirit just wanted somebody to know that follow your heart. Don't listen to those people that are telling you you're wrong because you want to go. I mean, I hate to say it, but some of these Christian people out here are the most judgmental. They say yoga and meditation are of the devil. If it's working for you and it's bringing you closer to God, who are these people to tell you not to do it? That's just where I'm at. So somebody needed to hear that. I don't know if this is going to be our message today and if we need to come out with, more messages. If we're going to if we're going to dive into that deeper, I'm not sure what's going to come out, but that's just what I was told to talk to you about this morning. So long-winded, but somebody is starting to feel a little guilty for their beliefs. And Spirit's like, no. You don't let people tell you how to believe, or you can't do this and you can't do that. I mean, they've changed the Bible, you guys. Come on, I have a Bible from the 1800s. It's much different than the Bible that I have that came out in the 70s, So let's see what came out. Okay, so let me go ahead and do my prayer, and we're going to just see if we get any other messages. Divine Mother, Divine Father, angels, ancestors, guides of the highest, dearest light and love. Yeshua, Mother Mary, Goddess Isis, Mary Magdalene, and my beautiful great-grandmother Apollonia. Please be here to make me the best possible vessel I can be for the collective today. Help me receive these messages accurately and clearly. Help me deliver them accurately and clearly. Anything else? Oh, I love how that fell. Okay, so this is my Medicine Woman Oracle. The messages that we got. Sacred ceremonies. I remind your soul of the sacredness of the world. So this is right in line what I'm talking about. Maybe you got away from going to church every Sunday, because so many people go to church on Sundays and then the rest of the week they're a total idiot. I mean, I remember going to church on Sunday mornings and smelling alcohol off of people, but hey, I'm here at church and I'm confessing, so all sins are forgiven. Yes, but it's like, so I feel you've gotten away from that. You've been listening to the call of the soul. Maybe you started to journal more, started working with the law of attraction. Maybe you've been working with the moon cycles. But I feel you have gotten away from the religious doctrine, and you've been going more into the call of your soul. What is bringing your soul that healing and that transformative energy? And then we have the heart's wisdom. Listen to the call of your heart. 11:11 on the timestamp, you guys. You listen to the call of your heart, your guide in love. So that's what Spirit is saying. Please don't listen to people that say what you're doing is not right. It's not okay. If your soul, if God is here saying, listen to your heart, that's me. Just ignore people. And I just believe that so many of you have been here before and you've been persecuted for the way you believed, the way you worked with Mother Gaia, the way you... I just keep hearing the word indoctrinated. So you're getting away from that. You're getting away from that, having to follow religious rules. You're like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to listen to my heart and do what makes me happy. I want to go to a sound bath. Who are people to tell me that that's not, that's not in the Bible that says that that's bad? Have they ever tried the sound bath? Probably not. So Divine Mother, do we have any beautiful messages for the collective? Those that are stepping into this new energy, that are allowing themselves to think and feel freer than when they're being told how they're supposed to think, how they're supposed to talk to God, how they're supposed to believe. Integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. That's what I'm talking about. I think that this is been like the final step. This is like the final block for a lot of you. So Spirit is saying, trust that call. Yes, that is me. You know what is true for you. Father, the Father in heaven. Absolutely. Okay. My true Father is God in heaven, who shines his light upon me. So God is saying, yes, this is me talking to your soul, saying you connect with me however feels comfortable and safe for you. And you tell those people that are judging, that are telling you you're doing it wrong, you tell them just mind their business. Because we also have sobriety. This is beautiful. I feel this is going on a lot in the collective. I got this message when I was getting ready. So a lot of us, because we're stepping into new energy, this is saying my clear mind is easily able to focus and communicate. We are stepping into a brand new energy, you guys. A more crystalline, sovereign energy. Your body cannot handle the toxins like it used to. I'm hearing liver. So maybe some of you have been trying to detox your liver. Maybe you stepped away from the alcohol. Kudos, because it's so accepted in our how do I want to say it, in our world. Like everybody, I went on a hike yesterday at 6 a.m. with 2 guys from work. And when I met them at the apartment, they had already been 3-4 beers in at 6 a.m, drank all day long on a beautiful hike. And I was just like, wow. And it really brought me back to how I used to be and the kind of people I used to date, where alcohol, I dated a lot of alcoholics. That was like their main focus. Those of us that are here to shine our light, we have to step away from these toxins, these impurities. Our bodies can't handle it anymore. So maybe you've been stepping away from the alcohol, the sugars, the junk food, the processed food. Maybe some of you have decided, I'm not going to eat meat every day. I'm going to give my body a break from the meat. You are being guided to do so. That's why this card came out here. So Divine Mother, do we have anything else? So Father God showed up saying, this is all happening because you are listening to the voice of God. You're listening with your heart. You are listening to the voice of God. God is right here. I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow. I'm going to say that again. I didn't read it correctly, you guys. I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me and this situation. Do you see? God is saying, if you want to wear a purple amethyst crystal in your pocket, I'm not going to condemn you for doing that. It comes from the earth. I gave these crystals healing properties to help you all. So this is beautiful, you guys. Definitely a witch wounding. I'm hearing that so strongly. Mother. So we have Father and Mother here. Okay, I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. What the Spirit is saying is, your parents had a very strong influence on you. I think many of you you've had these gifts. You've had gifts forever. You suppressed them out of fear for your parents. You didn't want to disappoint your parents. Your parents were religious and would have probably said that you were like literally crazy. They probably would have took you to a psychiatrist if you said you talked to God directly, or your spirit guides, what have you. Your parents have been a huge influence on your spiritual journey. And it's like this is their higher consciousness coming through and saying, like, do what your heart is telling you to do, because it's God. Okay, this is like total confirmation here, you guys. Anything else, Divine Mother? Wow. Okay. Let me show you what we got here, you guys. Giving and receiving. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. You stopped giving your energy to everybody. Excuse me, I do burp when I do readings. The energy's flowing right now, you guys. I apologize. What I'm getting with this, you've been listening to the voice of God. You've been starting to do what brings you happiness, what brings you closer to Him, no matter what anybody says, no matter who is judging you. And what Spirit is saying, everything that you've been putting out, all that beautiful energy, being so good and kind to others, and being so good and kind to God, yourself. When we treat ourselves well, we're treating God well. You've been being better to your body. You've been taking better care of your body. So all of that goodness that you've been putting out is now on its way back to you. So it's time to start stepping into a receiving energy. Miracle and patience, you guys. Miracle and patience. I trust in divine timing, and I trust in God to know the perfect solution to this situation. You've been patient with yourself. You've been patient with this process of awakening and coming back to source, self, through prayer, meditation, sacred ceremonies. This is just letting me know, you guys, this patience with yourself in this process is bringing in miracles. So get ready to receive. Those that judged, well, that's on them, you guys. So this is like the final, I just keep hearing that, the final step. And I'm hearing the word sovereignty. So it has been ingrained in you so deeply. I'm here, I think a lot of you Catholic, I'm also hearing like the, Protestant, very strict religions. And you were born into this family, this mother and father, as kind of a challenge. Like, are you going to get out of that programming? Will you be able to do it? Because if you do, miracles are coming in for you. This is just, this is beautiful. Keep focusing on yourself, on your body, on your frequency. People, okay, okay. People are trying to shit on the progress that you've made because it's not what they agree with. Who cares, right? You need to do you. Anything else, Divine Mother? Okay, so I think that's it for now. Yes, here we go. We're going to take the bottom. Feminine. I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. Whether you are male or female, this is what you've been doing during this process of reawakening and getting out of those binding energies of being told how you're supposed to believe in God, how your relationship is supposed to be. You've stepped into a feminine energy of receiving now. Now it's time to receive your miracles. God is so happy that you found your way to Him, that you found your way out of indoctrination and into true divinity. Wow. Okay, I would love to get a message from our archangels. I think I'm going to keep this one a little bit short today. So archangels, do we have any? So you guys, like I said, it happens to me all the time. And I'm tired of telling people, yeah, I'm a weirdo. I'm not a weirdo. I'm very tapped into God. I just decided to do it in a different way, a way that is more comfortable for me. Charity, pillar of service. Service with a gracious heart and know God is serving you. You're stepping out of an energy of healing. Now you are stepping into a new energy, and your new energy involves service. This is why we're clearing out people that like to judge you and tell you you're crazy and that's not what the Bible says. You're getting away from that. And Archangel Jophiel, I just love you because you always come out for us. Trust the unfolding. Patience. Everything is going according to plan. There's no wrong path, only choices that take you closer to or further from love. And we have heart's wisdom. Listen to the call of your heart, your guide in love. If these new beliefs that you have connected you to source greater than ever, then you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing, what God has been asking from you. Now you get to step into service. And here we go. I told you gifts are coming online, new gifts, gifts strengthening. Michael, spiritual acceleration. You are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. Okay, you guys, so don't let these people stop you with their side eyes and their judgment. And maybe people are talking about you. Oh, she does witchy stuff. Oh, well, witches, that term has been derogatory for long enough. There are white witches and there are dark witches. You, my loves, work with the light. So don't let people try to make you feel bad about yourself, because that's just that dark energy trying to come in and throw you off your game. You're stepping into service now. It's time. You got miracles coming in. It's time. Okay, you guys. So I hope this reading resonated. Thank you so much for being here. If this did resonate for you, let me know. Let me know if this is your reading, because I resonate with it for sure. And keep on that. Okay, you guys, for the sobriety, I would recommend for sure get some chlorophyll. Chlorophyll gets those heavy metals out of your body. Those heavy metals are what they spray in the sky. They put in our food. They put in our water. So chlorophyll would be great right now. You're going through this detox. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here and listening. Choose peace today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.